The jazz lounge buzzed with laughter and clinking glasses, the air thick with the scent of whiskey and perfume. Daniel scanned the room, his posture relaxed yet commanding, like a captain surveying the horizon. His tailored blazer hugged his shoulders, and his easy smile caught the light as he moved through the crowd with purpose. At the bar, he noticed her. Her hair, catching the dim glow of the pendant lights, her eyes scanning a book despite the lively chatter around her. Most men might have hesitated, but Daniel didn't. He strode over, his steps deliberate, and leaned casually against the bar near her. "Reading in a place like this?" he said, his voice warm but firm, carrying just enough curiosity to invite a response. "That's either a great book or you're avoiding someone." Elena looked up, her lips curving into a surprised smile. "Maybe I'm just waiting for someone worth talking to," she countered, closing the book with a playful snap. Daniel chuckled, unfazed. "Fair enough. I'm Daniel, and I'm betting I can make this conversation worth your while." His tone was direct, not cocky, but grounded in a quiet confidence that made her lean in slightly. "I'm Elena," she said, her eyes locking with his. "And I'll hold you to that." He didn't launch into small talk or fumble for words. Instead, he gestured to the bartender with a subtle nod, ordering a drink for himself and offering one to her, checking first if she was game. "You strike me as a gin and tonic kind of woman, but I'm open to being wrong," he said, his gaze steady but teasing. "Impressive guess," she replied, raising an eyebrow. "Make it a margarita, though." "Bold choice," he said, signaling the change to the bartender without missing a beat. He wasn't just reacting, he was leading the moment, setting the tone. "So, Elena, what's the story behind that book? You don't seem like someone who hides in a crowd." She laughed, a sound that carried both warmth and challenge. "I don't hide. I just like to keep people guessing. But you walk in like you own the place. What's your story?" Daniel leaned back, his posture open, inviting trust. "I'm a guy who knows what he wants and isn't afraid to go for it. I run a small tech startup. Nothing flashy, but it keeps me sharp. I'm here tonight because I believe the best ideas and the best people show up in places like this." His words were clear, deliberate, and carried a weight that made her listen closely. He wasn't boasting, he was stating facts, his confidence rooted in authenticity. Elena tilted her head, intrigued. "That's refreshing. Most guys here are either shouting to be heard or hiding behind their drinks." "Not my style," Daniel said, his smile deepening. "I'd rather cut through the noise. Like right now, I'd love to hear more about you, but this bar is getting loud. How about we grab that table by the window? Better view, better conversation." She hesitated for a split second, then nodded. "Lead the way." He guided her through the crowd, his arm leading her, not possessive, but protective. At the table, he pulled out her chair with a subtle gesture, then sat across from her, his attention fully hers. He asked about her passions, her work as a graphic designer, and listened intently, his questions thoughtful, his responses building on her words. When she spoke about a recent project she was proud of, he didn't just nod, he leaned forward, asking about her creative process, genuinely curious. "You've got a spark when you talk about your designs," he said, his voice low but firm. "That kind of passion's rare." Elena felt a flush of warmth, not just from the compliment but from the way he said it, like he saw her, not just the surface. His confidence wasn't loud or overbearing, it was steady, like a current pulling her in. He shared a story about a risky pitch he'd made to investors, his calm recounting of the high-stakes moment, showing both his nerve and his ability to stay grounded. As the band switched to a slower tune, Daniel stood, extending his hand. "Dance with me," he said, inviting, his eyes holding hers with quiet assurance. She took his hand, and on the crowded dance floor, he led with ease, his movements sure but never forceful, guiding her effortlessly. "You're good at this," she said, her eyes bright with interest. "Only when I've got the right partner," he replied, his smile warm but his gaze direct, leaving no doubt he meant it. By the end of the night, Elena was captivated, not just by his charm, but by the way he carried himself. Decisive, respectful, and fully present. When he asked for her number, he didn't hesitate or overplay it. "I'd like to see you again, Elena. Somewhere quieter, where we can talk more about that spark of yours." She smiled, handing him her phone. "I would like to see you, too." As he walked away, his stride as confident as when he'd arrived, Elena watched, already looking forward to their next encounter. His blend of assertiveness and genuine interest had left an impression, one she wouldn't soon forget.